slant. The tip of the tool leads forward and the handle trails along behind. The flute faces forward, so the shavings come over the leading side of the tool. The cut should always be between the point of the tool and the wingtip on the leading side. So if I cut this way, the leading side changes. The flute still faces forward. The lathe speed not too slow. Chatter is more difficult to handle if the work is too slow. It is useful if you can teach yourself to change hands like this and have the leading hand uppermost. Gouges for turning bowls should be long, strong and deep fluted. The flute that runs down the bowl gouge is deep and narrow, in contrast to the flute in a spindle gouge, which is shallow and wider. The best bowl gouges have a parabolic flute shape. The effect of this is to give a steadily changing choice of edge shape as the gouge is rolled against the wood to suit different cuts and different timbers. Not all gouges have really good flute shapes. I like the Henry Taylor superflute. Nearly all my gouges are superflute. Find the bevel, lift the handle, find the cut and move along. Watch how the handle moves in any cut. It will tell you more than just watching the tip. The foot will be about here, at a little over 1/3 of the overall size. Point the bevel where you want the gouge to go and enter the cut. When cutting a curve like this, you need to swing the handle. A gentle, steady swing will create a gentle, flowing curve. Do not swing too fast. Always check that the bevel is still rubbing. If you swing too far, the bevel leaves the wood. The gouge is then prone to catching. Bevel-on cuts create minimal ridging, look, and minimal torn grain. Heavy ridging, like this, only occurs if the bevel has lifted off the wood. Practice keeping the bevel on. It is the key to all your tool skills. At the end of this cut, the tool is way over the rest. If I swing the rest around, it cures that, but creates other problems. Starting a cut here, with a gouge about 1 inch over the rest, and finishing it here with the gouge about 1/2 inch over, the cut has actually moved towards the rest. The tip is coming closer. Whereas if I began the cut here and finished it here, with the gouge maybe 2 inches over the rest, the cut has moved away from the rest. Here, the tool tends to slide down the rest. Control is greatly diminished. The best cuts move away from the rest. Cutting in line with the rest also gives good control, but a bit of angle does help. If the gouge is cutting right around at right angles to the rest, control begins to diminish again. So the best cuts are between this angle, parallel to the rest, and this one, the gouge at right angles. Height of the rest is not so important. A general rule of thumb is a bit higher on the outside of a bowl and a bit lower on the inside. Only when cutting into the centre on flat surfaces is it critical. Then adjust it so that the tool can reach the centre. It's no more precise than that.